When you understand everything, you can forgive everything. Success is not how high you have climbed, but how you make a positive difference to the world. An intellectual is a man who takes more words than necessary to tell more than he knows. A happy life consists not in the absence, but in the mastery of hardships. If the truth shall kill them, let them die. All war is a symptom of man's failure as a thinking animal. The noblest pleasure is the joy of understanding. The soul is healed by being with children. He knows nothing, and he thinks he knows everything. That points clearly to a political career. There is nothing permanent except change. There is much pleasure to be gained from useless knowledge. There is no coming to consciousness without pain. A leader is a dealer in hope. You must never be fearful of what you are doing when it is right. No man choose evil because it is evil. He only mistakes it for happiness, the good he seeks. We live not only in a world of thoughts, but also in a world of things. Words without experience are meaningless. No one is useless in this world who lightens the burdens of another. An intelligent person always hides three things about himself: his weaknesses, his sources of wisdom, and his true aspirations. Happiness consumes itself like a flame. It cannot burn forever, it must go out, and the presentiment of its end destroys it at its very peak. Forgive your enemies, but never forget their names. Keep your face to the sun, and you will never see the shadows. Respect was invented to cover the empty place where love should be. The world will ask you who you are, and if you do not know, the world will tell you. The best and most beautiful things in the world cannot be seen or even touched, they must be felt with the heart. Plans are worthless, but planning is everything. Fears are nothing more than a state of mind. The first reaction to truth is hatred. The supreme quality of leadership is integrity. A great person attracts great people and knows how to hold them together. It is easier to forgive an enemy than to forgive a friend. Never bend your head. Always hold it high. Look the world straight in the eye. If there is a fear of falling, the only safety consists in deliberately jumping. Close the window that hurts you, no matter how beautiful the view is. The first duty of a man is to think for himself. A day without laughter is a day wasted. Life is either a daring adventure or nothing. Every word has consequences, every silence too. Your energy introduces you before you even speak. To think too much is a disease. Don't waste your time with explanations. People only hear what they want to hear. Man suffers only because he takes seriously what the gods made for fun. The paradise of the rich is made out of the hell of the poor. He who angers you conquers you. To truly laugh, you must be able to take your pain and play with it. Life without liberty is like a body without spirit. Always laugh when you can. It is cheap medicine. When you come to a point where you have no need to impress anybody, your freedom will begin. A people that values its privileges above its principles soon loses both. If you hate a person, you hate something in him that is part of yourself. What isn't part of ourselves doesn't disturb us. Don't be afraid to walk away from things, places, and people that leave your soul heavy. Pain is part of life. Suffering is an option. When we are no longer able to change a situation, we are challenged to change ourselves. Look deep into nature, and then you will understand everything better. Never give a right place to a wrong person in your life. Inside every cynical person, there is a disappointed idealist. Knowledge is of no value. Useless you put it into practice. The strongest man in the world is he who stands most alone. Weakness of attitude becomes weakness of character. You learn nothing from life if you think you are right all the time. Friends show their love in times of trouble, not in happiness. The more we value things outside our control, the less control we have. Character is revealed when pressure is applied. Life is difficult because we don't appreciate the things that come easily. External things are not the problem, it's your assessment of them. Educating the mind without educating the heart is no education at all. The only thing worse than being blind is having sight but no vision. Forgiveness is the final form of love. Only the wisest and stupidest of men never change. We choose our joys and sorrows long before we experience them. Listen to many, speak to a few. As you get older, you look at things differently. A man is not finished when he is defeated. He is finished when he quits. Each morning we are born again. What we do today is what matters most. Let them be wrong about you. There is nothing to prove. Don't borrow anything you can't afford to replace. Don't be too humble, don't be too rude. Just treat people according to their attitude. Silence is a source of great strength. There is much pleasure to be gained from useless knowledge. Integrity is the most valuable and respected quality of leadership. Always keep your word. Question everything. Learn something. Answer nothing. The walls we build around us to keep sadness out also keeps out the joy. Smart people learn from everything and everyone. Average people from their experiences. Stupid people already have all the answers. Wisdom begins in wonder. We all have time. Priorities play a role. Walking with a friend in the dark is better than walking alone in the light. A real friend is one who walks in when the rest of the world walks out. People are not disturbed by things, but by the view they take of them. Never contract friendship with a man that is not better than theyself. Silence is a true friend who never betrays. No smile is as beautiful as the one that struggles through tears. The price of greatness is responsibility. Alone we can do so little. Together we can do so much. Accept the things you cannot change and change the things you cannot accept. We could never learn to be brave and patient if there were only joy in the world. Optimism is the faith that leads to achievement. Nothing can be done without hope and confidence. If you live long enough, you'll see that every victory turns into a defeat. The value of an idea lies in the using of it. The first sign of a settled mind is that it can stay in one place and spend time with itself. It is better to fail in originally than to succeed in imitation. All good things which exist are the fruits of originally. Better to be without logic than without feeling. Of all the liars in the world, the worst are our own fears. Everything you've ever wanted is on the other side of fear. Every man is quality of all the good he did not do. However long the day, the evening will come. The beautiful thing about today is that you get the choice to make it better than yesterday. Half of the troubles of this life can be traced to saying yes too quickly and not saying no soon enough. The meaning of life is to give life meaning. Courage is knowing what not to fear. A slave is one who waits for someone to come and free him. No man can take from me the honor I have won in battle. Feel the fear and do it anyway. Know how to listen, and you will profit even from those who talk badly. Be bad, but at least don't be a liar, a deceiver. The evil that is in the world always comes of ignorance. He who laughs at himself never runs out of things to laugh out. Think for yourself, or others will think for you without thinking of you. Nothing happens to anyone that he can't endure. When you arise in the morning, think of what a precious privilege it is to be alive, to breathe, to think, to enjoy, to love.